Okay, abortion. Pretty sensitive topic, and everyone has their views. I'll tell you what is my stand. I feel abortion is a necessary evil. Okay, and I'll tell you why it's necessary and why it should be there. Okay, why do I endorse abortion? Yeah, I know that females will say that my body, my choice. Absolutely correct. Your body, your choice, your life. Okay, that's why I don't believe in this nonsense that abortion should be banned and this and with regards to killing babies and all that, that is a never ending. It will never be agreed upon, never be proven which side is true. But I'm not a I can't show you medical evidence and all that, but I can tell you only common sense, simple common sense, and you tell me if I'm right or wrong. Okay. Killing life by any means is wrong. Okay. However, we need to kill life in order to survive. We kill plants to eat food. We kill chicken. We kill meat. That is why the people who kill dogs, they say, you can kill a buffalo, you can kill a chicken. Why can't we kill a dog and eat? Because people in the West, they keep dogs as pets. They think it's okay. And that's the same argument. Hindus who believe cow is to be God, they hate people who kill and have burgers. Then there are people who consider fish is killing animals. That's why you see some of the videos, people who are fishing, they say, why you're killing life and all that, and they take the fish and throw it back. But I'm of the belief you need to kill life in order to live. However, there is certain lines to be drawn. Like this Chinese guy eating a fetus, dead fetus. It's a child. It's cannibalism. They said it gives you potent strength and some shit. Then cannibalism, eating another human being. These are certain lines we don't cross. Eating dead bodies like a human being. Now, just as there are those lines drawn there, and there's a common understanding, but each culture has its own rules. Same way when it comes to abortion, killing a life is wrong. Okay? However, now the question is, when do you define it as life? If you define life as an embryo, then a girl giving a blowjob is cannibalism. A girl swallowing means she killed 30,000 or 500,000 human beings. She swallowed them, she ate them. Having anal sex is killing all the children in your bum hole. Having a condom is murdering the lives of children. I mean, where do we stop with this nonsense? Then if killing an embryo is wrong, sperm is alive, right? It moves. Remember, I remember saying sperm moves. It's alive. So shouldn't that be wrong? No. Then they say, no, that is different. This is different. No, that's the same thing. So then we need to stop masturbation. We need to stop using condoms. We need to stop having all the fun sex from blowjobs to anal sex. Just vagina to dick. And that also, every time you have sex, there should be a child. There should be a child. Otherwise, it's wrong. If you have sex and you pull out your dick and the cum comes out, no, you have killed those babies. So tell me, I'm challenging you. Where am I wrong there? You can't say I'm wrong. I've given you a logical statement. So let's not be hypocrites and say, no, when sperm meets this thing, it's alive. No, it is already alive. Okay. So that's the first one. The second thing is, you can prove me if I'm wrong. Huh? Sperm is not dead, it's alive. My open challenge, it's alive. That's why when you freeze a sperm and when you bring it back, it's still alive. If it was dead, you keep a sperm you put your semen and put it in the heat for frying and then put it in the ovary. Anything will happen, it's dead. So don't be stupid. Okay, so answer that question. People who don't support abortion. Okay, that's one. So the second thing is, now about the child. When should you, like they say, kill the child? There's a certain time period after which you should not. Now see, if the child is abnormal, let's assume child is abnormal, or the girl got raped, or let's not go that extreme. A very simple thing. A normal child comes out into the world and the female doesn't want it. Should he abort or not? Now, if either of the parent is willing to take the responsibility of the child, fine. Or if there is someone in the family who says, I'm willing to take care of the child as my own, and the mother and father or the parent or the person who is going to give birth is comfortable with that decision, fine. But if the person is saying, no, that guilt will eat me to see my own child, you can't help it. Now, see, over there are emotional factors also into play. It's not that straightforward. And there's no wrong and there's no right. Especially when it comes to feelings. Okay? I know you'll say, Loy, in that case, if I feel like killing someone, see, listen, man. Giving birth, there's a lot of emotional and feelings and aspects to it. Okay? A person goes through immense pain to, keep a child in the womb. And then when it's born, there are so many complications that can take place. Like maybe the mother will feel close to the child. Maybe after giving the child, maybe the mother wants it back. Maybe then the child will grow up and say, oh, that was my mother. Oh, never left me. So many complications can take place. You do not know. Okay, now let's assume all that is not there. Let's come down to the most simplest part. And that is, you give birth. You make it mandatory, compulsory to have a child. Now here's my question. Who will take care of the child? You will say it's your duty. Tell me how many parents fulfill their duty? How many? Are all parents good? What about parents who neglect their children? What about parents who do not have the resources to take care of children? What about parents who don't love their children? What about parents who don't deserve as human beings to have kids? I was tortured. I was bloodied. I was tormented. I was molested by my relatives. I was raped. Now you'll say, yes, these are things which are wrong. Thank you. It's because I had parents who neglected me. Now, can you force a parent to love a child? Can you force a parent to be good to a child? And then if you don't even look at all that, taking care of a child is an expense. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes money. You have to be with the child. Having a child right now, I'm telling you, I'm not with the child the whole day. My wife is. And I can assure you this, she finds it very, very tough. In fact, before marriage, my wife wanted to have 5 kids. Not joking. I will literally ask my wife on camera if you want. She wanted 5 children before marriage. I kept quiet. I said, let's have 1 and we'll see. And after the 1, she was in 2 minds whether to have 2. Okay? She didn't want to have 5 because it was tough. Today, she's telling me, sometimes she thinks he'll have 1. Sometimes she thinks, no. But you know where I shut her mouth? When I tell her, if you have another one, you will start working and you will take care of the expenses of the other child. Then she said, no, then I don't want. Because right now I'm taking care of the expenses. I'm taking the brunt of all that. If she had to do all this, impossible. And then when I ask her the question, if tomorrow I die, how will you manage? She says, no, I'm finished. Forget children. If I'm alone, I'll find it hard to manage my life because it's very tough. So my question to you here is, for those of you who are against abortion, who will take care of the child's expense? Who will take care of the child's upbringing? Who will ensure that the child is brought up in a loving, caring home? It's very easy for you to talk, like from Ben Shapiro to this guy, all this Candace Owens and whatever his name is, I can't get his name. All these people who say abortion is evil and all. Your father will pay the bills. You will take care. You will support the family. Very easy to talk, man. It's very difficult to do. See, in countries where they give child support and child this and free education, fine, in the West. What about China? What about India? What about Pakistan? What about Africa will take care of all these children. As it is, we have a population crisis. On top of that, you want more children. See, the thing is, it's very easy to talk, very difficult to do. And you harping your theory of life because of your lifestyle, because you are blessed with certain opportunities, you know, very easy to talk. If Ben Shapiro was in Syria, you think he would be able to have a successful life? Or all these guys who say, oh, abortion is evil, put them in Africa, let them pay their bills, let them struggle, then they'll be like, fuck man, no. In fact, let me ask you, your kid, when starts growing up, starts mixing with the wrong company, starts growing up to be a troubled teen who's into smoking, drinking, drugs, how do you manage? What will you do? And in today's day and age, with COVID, if you lose your job, you don't have a job, you're struggling to pay your bills. What will people do? You know, in fact, there's one guy here, he sells pancakes. Bangladeshi guy, he doesn't have a passport, doesn't have anything. He has 5 children, 5. He earns less than, I think, $4 to $5 a day, less than that. And that is not net profit. If you check net profit, maybe $1 a day or less than that. He has 5 kids. He doesn't believe in abortion. In fact, he tells me children are God's gift. So none of them go to school. None of them have health benefits. None of them have anything. In fact, when he buys food, he will literally go and see what is the cheapest rice. Gives them rice and gravy. So what's your answer here? You're talking so much, right? What's your answer? So like I said, it's very easy to have your rules for the entire world. Oh, this is right. This is wrong. This is evil. Sometimes the lesser of two evils is a better option. That is why sometimes when you are in a war, if you have to, shut down the war and you have to kill some innocent lives, that's collateral damage. I'm of the opinion abortion should be permitted, must be allowed. Because if someone doesn't want to take care of their child and the child is unwanted, don't destroy the child's life. Don't make the child an unwanted element and become a burden on society and a criminal. It's better to have quality over quantity. That's what I have to say. God, with all this religious nonsense, abortion is a sin. Jesus Christ, Allah, Durga Ma, Shiva, Zeus, Amun-Ra, Thor, and all the other gods are not going to come and pay your bills. You have to. So try talking this to an African family, Syrian family, or a poor family with 10, 20 children. See what they have to say. Anyway, this is what I have to say. Let me know your thoughts. This is me signing off. Chalo.